We're going to start this deep dive with something very small. A slight change in routine. A bird watcher. Out on a familiar trail, looking for something specific.
And this is where it all begins, isn't it? With the mundane, the everyday.
Exactly, because this story takes that quiet, peaceful world of bird watching and it twists it. It twists it. It turns it into a path that leads directly to, well, to absolute horror.
And that's what we want to get into today, how that happens, how the familiar becomes a trap.
Right, so our main character, he's an avid bird watcher. He's out looking for a particular bird, a missile thrush, one with a very distinct peppered chest.
This is his turf. He knows these woods, this canal path. He's been here 100 times.
1,000 times. But today, something's off before he even takes a step into the trees.
The notice board.
The notice board. Usually it's, dog walker ads, maybe a lost cat poster. But now it's littered with missing persons posters.
That slow creep of dread. It's not a sudden shock. It's a stain spreading over something you thought you know.
And his contact on the force, a guy named Gareth, he's the one putting them up. He tells him there's a pattern.
Always a woman, mid-20s.
And always a little boy, about 8 or 9.
But here's the detail that really gets under your skin. They look similar, but they're never, ever related.
It's not random. Gareth says someone's picking them out on purpose.
And just like that, the entire landscape changes. It's not just woods anymore, it's a hunting ground.
So he tries to put that out of his head and focus on the thrush. But the bird, it won't cooperate. It won't stick to the trail.
It keeps pushing him deeper.
Deeper, past this old, half-rotten den he made as a kid, into this really thick, nasty tangle of hawthorn and nettles.
He's leaving the known world behind. The bird is literally pulling him off the map.
He finds a spot in the bracken, stays low, and he just listens. And that's when he hears the sound. It's not a natural sound. It's this sharp, clean clink.
Like metal on metal?
Exactly. Not loud, but it just slices right through the silence of the woods.
And it's sporadic.
Completely. Sometimes one clink, sometimes a few. And it moves. To his right, then behind him.
And this is the part of the story that is just brilliant. He looks for the source, and he sees the bird, the missile thrush.
Perched on a stump. It tilts its head, opens its beak.
And it makes the sound.
Perfectly. A crisp, metallic clink.
A bird mimicking a sound it has no reason to know. I mean, thrushes are mimics, sure, but that out there.
Miles from anything metal. He realizes the bird isn't just an anomaly he's hunting.
It's bait.
It's a lure. Something has taught it that sound. The natural world has been hijacked.
And the description of it is so unsettling. It's dark, oily feathers, the way its eyes seem to flick back at him.
As if it knows.
It knows it's being followed. It knows its job.
So he follows. He has to. And the bird leads him deeper and deeper until it just drops out of sight.
Right at the location.
Right at the answer. It's a shed. Or something that used to be a shed. It's old, narrow, kind of sunken into a slope.
But it's not forgotten. It's deliberately hidden, covered in rotting tarps, heavy camo netting.
And the door is serious. Heavy-duty bolts. A huge, rust-caked padlock.
This isn't for keeping the rain out. This is for keeping people in, or keeping people out.
He starts circling it, and then he hears the sound again.
Clink, clink, clink.
But the bird is sitting right there on the roof, silent.
It's coming from inside.
That's the moment. And then the smell hits him.
Bleach.
A heavy chemical smell of bleach. Trying to cover something up.
That's the signature of an atrocity, isn't it? The attempt to erase it.
He finds a warped panel on the side, just about a foot wide. He has to squeeze through.
And the atmosphere inside.
Instantly different. It's hot. The air feels wrong, thick. It hits the back of his throat. He turns on his flashlight.
And the beam sweeps across this inventory of horror.
The floor is concrete, sloping to the far end. And at that end, there are 6 steel cages.
Welded straight into the ground.
They've been used. You can see blankets pressed flat, little bits of paper and string.
And the items. A baby-sized muslin cloth.
A broken comb. A lickstick stub.
Things that don't belong together. Trophies. But in one cage. It's not a memory. That's happening now.
A little boy. He's small, gaunt, maybe 7. He's gagged, cloth knotted tight behind his head. But he's clean.
Which is almost worse. It's not neglect. He's being cared for like a possession, like a pet.
And his eyes are just screaming. He's pointing frantically at the padlock on his cage.
And then the flashlight beam moves to the corner of the shed.
A surgical table.
Grimy, dented, propped up on bricks.
And what's on it? A scalpel? Tweezers blackened at the tips? and a thin, stained knife made of bone.
A bone knife, that's ritualistic. That's not just violence. That's something else entirely.
He tries to tell himself, it's just old junk.
Right.
But he can see the dried blood crusted in the grooves. You can't deny that.
But the real manual for this whole nightmare is over by the wall.
The chest freezer, low to the ground, humming faintly.
Kept alive by jumper cables hooked up to a car battery.
He manages to get the strap off and lifts the lid. The cold air just rushes out inside. It's stacked with plastic tubs.
Meticulously organized.
And meticulously labeled. He has to wipe the frost off to read them.
And the labels.
Shannon scalp. Benjamin lower left arm. Shannon teeth.
Oh, God.
It's not murder. It's disassembly. It's cataloging. He's not destroying people. He's collecting them.
The sheer cold logistics of it, the bookkeeping of hell, that's the absolute core of the horror. A completely broken mind that still craves order.
He just slams the freezer shut. His brain switches. No more curiosity. It's survival now. Documentation.
Gets his phone out.
Snapping photos, the tools, the cage, the freezer. He drops a pin on his map. He sends a text to Gareth.
Found something in the woods. Set my location.
Get here quick and don't come alone.
And as he's sending it, his light catches something else on the wall. The reason for all of it.
2 mannequins. 1 adult, 1 child. And pinned up all around them.
Diagrams. Polaroids of a specific woman and a boy. Sketches, measurements.
A shopping list. A literal shopping list of different body parts.
It was never just random. It was a project. A reconstruction.
And just as that sinks in, he hears it.
The lock.
The padlock on the main door shifts. The bolt slides back.
Light floods in.
And there's a shape in the doorway. A huge bulk of a man. His skin is twisted, scarred from old burns. His head is tilted to one side like it melted and reset wrong.
One arm hangs longer than the other.
The fight is just pure, desperate chaos. He gets slammed into one of the cages, feels his shoulder crack. The torch goes skittering across the floor.
The man is just relentless, a force of nature.
He manages to grab a piece of pipe and swing it, and when it connects, and the man lets out this roar. But it's not just anger, it's words.
They're mine.
My Shannon, my Benji.
Oh, wow. It's not a monster protecting his lair, it's a father. In his mind, he's a father protecting his family.
And then, thank God, Gareth is there. The slam of his patrol baton, the man just drops.
Kicking and spluttering, Gareth said. Like an animal.
They get the boy out. They get him out. He's got a concussion, has to get statements for days. But the initial nightmare is over.
But the why of it all is still hanging there.
A few days later, Gareth comes to see him. Fills in the blanks.
The man lived near the old paper mill. Years ago, his wife and child, Shannon and Benji.
They died in a house fire.
And he worked in salvage. He was known for picking up things nobody else wanted. Gareth said after the fire, something in him just snapped.
And this is the part that, I don't know, it's the most tragic and the most sickening thing of all.
Gareth confirmed he wasn't just storing the parts. He was, and these were his words, trying to put them back together bit by bit.
He genuinely believed he was fixing his family, putting things right.
It's this awful collision of profound grief and absolute monstrosity. Does the motive, as tragic as it is, make the bone knife and the cages any less evil?
Our bird watcher, the one who saw it all, he didn't think so. He just looked at Gareth and said, no fixing that. Not what he did.
And Gareth, who had to bag up the evidence, he just agreed. Nah, he said. There's no coming back from that.
So you go from this simple, quiet afternoon looking for a bird to uncovering this ritual of horror born from the most devastating loss imaginable.
The power of it is that contrast, isn't it? The quiet woods and this hidden, methodical nightmare just a few feet off the trail.
Hidden by a bit of camo netting and the song of a bird.
It all comes back to that, weaponizing the familiar.
And after it all, Gareth asks him this simple, almost ridiculous question. He says, did you find that bird you were looking for?
Which is just,
no.
Wow. But it connects back to the very start. The whole thing was kicked off because a beautiful, natural creature learned to mimic an unnatural industrial sound. Which leaves you with a really disturbing question, I think. How often is the most terrifying secret hidden not in some remote, desolate place, but right there in plain sight? Hidden by an obsession so deep, so all-consuming, that it looks just like everyday life, until you take one step off the beaten path.